Hey guys, welcome back. So, the Snyder Cut is happening. Justice League is back in the hands of the original creator, Zack Snyder. So he's going to put it back together again for us, do his vision as he originally intended, and give it to us via HBO Max, which is the trailer I'm about to check out in a minute. Now, I just rewatched Justice League last week. Isolation, had some time to kill. Word had hit that the Snyder Cut was coming, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to revisit the old film just for shits and giggles. I honestly don't know why. I mean, I saw it at the movies, come out bitterly disappointed. Picked it up on 4K because I'm a collector. I love my movies on 4K. I've got the whole series so far of the DCU, so I picked it up even though I necessarily didn't love it. But I watched it again hoping that I would change my opinion. Didn't. So I haven't really picked it up since. And then, yeah, Snyder Cut is happening as a thing and made me curious about just revisiting it again. Third watch to see if my opinion has changed or matured in any way. Now, to be fair on the film, I did enjoy it more the third time around because at this point, you know what it's like. You kind of know what to expect. You know it's got troubles. But I just put it on one afternoon just to kill some time and see what I thought of it. And yeah, I laughed at the jokes. It looked okay in 4K. And yeah, it was fine. An hour later, I couldn't remember what I'd done with my day. But I didn't really leave any lasting impact, and that's the crying shame about Justice League. It's Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, The Flash, Cyborg, all together on screen for the first time in their own big epic movie, and they just dropped the ball so hard. Now we know that Zack Snyder had to leave because of a tragedy in his home life, so he had to just leave the production, and Joss Whedon come in and took over. Whedon was handcuffed as well. He had a majority of filming done by another director. He had to kind of cut and paste and get things together into a coherent story. Meanwhile, bringing in his own vision as well and just changing things up completely. So the narrative flow of this story was just a complete mess. He changed the look of the film as well. So yeah, it didn't have any chance. And also, of course, all the executives behind the scenes really made a mess of it. So the Justice League that we got wasn't the Justice League that we deserved. But now, 3 years later, I watched the announcement the other day. Snyder did that Zoom chat with a bunch of fans, and Henry Cavill was there as well, doing a watch of Man of Steel. And then at the very end of that, he kind of revealed a poster for Justice League coming to HBO Max. And yeah, the world ignited. So all the fans who have been behind the hashtag movement for so long, we're finally seeing justice. There you go. I dropped that in there. So it's coming to HBO Max, which we're not getting here in Australia. It's going to be released by Foxtel over here, who is going to be picking up all the DCU movies. And that's fine. So right at the moment, the talk is if they're going to release a 4-hour version of the film, or if it's going to be like a mini-series. And I've heard that Warner Brothers is giving Zack $30 million. Well, I've heard between $30 million to $70 million to complete this thing. It's a lot of money. I hope it's worth it. But for us to see his version of the film has got me excited. I mean, I didn't love Man of Steel. I didn't love Batman vs. Superman. I didn't love Justice League. So I'm nervously optimistic that what we get from Zack could be a lot better than what we had. Well, it will be, hopefully. One of the biggest complaints I had about that film as I watched it last week was that the characters really didn't get enough room to breathe. They had the commandment from the executives to make this film 2 hours. So there were a lot of cuts, and Zack has said that his film, the initial vision, was at least 4 hours long. And now that he's going to be returning back to that, maybe the characters are going to have that chance to breathe, flesh out the story, and give us something truly epic and spectacular. Now, either a miniseries format or a big movie, and I really think being on a streaming service is definitely going to be in a miniseries format. They're going to drop these things one a week. I guarantee it. 30-minute chapters, potentially, I don't know, depending how long this thing is. Preferably, I'd want a 1 hour chapter every week if they're going to go that route, just because there's going to be so much story to tell. And I want to get it done in like a few weeks rather than 2 months. But anyway, it's coming, and we've got the trailer here to check out for the release. So I know this is a bit late. I've been working, and the last few days I had off, I wasn't feeling very well, so I didn't do any recording. So I'm catching up today on a whole bunch of stuff. But let's dive into this thing. Justice League, the Snyder Cut. I can't believe it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. May 20th.
Here we go.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Man of Steel.
Hey guys.
There he is.
I'd crash your little watch party.
I have a question.
Yeah, you do.
The mother of all our questions as a fandom. When will you release the Snyder Cut?
There it is.
It's a hard question.
Not really.
I don't
You
know,
had a
what do you
poster
think?
ready.
I reckon you should show it.
Yeah,
We're
show
doing
it.
it. So get ready.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Should have been wearing my Superman shirt today. Okay. So pretty much just an abridged version of what I've already seen. And a great advertising hook for HBO Max. I mean, damn, it's the home of Game of Thrones. So HBO is definitely a streaming service I wish they would have here in Australia. But like I said, Foxtel is going to be what they use over here. So at least we're getting it. That's good. Okay, so am I excited? Yeah, I'm very, very curious. Like, I'm just flashing back now, just seeing Henry in that clip with his furry face, and what they did to Superman in that movie with that terrible CGI was just unforgivable. I've seen deep fake videos on YouTube do justice to that film more than what the big movie makers did. Oh my god, it's just... Who okayed that? I don't know. Anyway, so Zach's been given the opportunity to revisit this film. It's going to be a completely new beast. We're going to have Darkseid. He's turning up. We're going to have all this money to finish the effects. So I've read that the actors weren't necessarily coming back for reshoots, but voiceover. So I don't know how they're going to incorporate that into the storytelling. There have to be like, unless it's just like a lot of narration, I don't know. But I'm just hoping that whatever we get is a massive success. It's amazing and gets the DCU back on track, because right now they're floundering. The whole DCU interconnected universe thing is not happening. We're getting the standalone films. Wonder Woman 2 is coming out soon. Aquaman 2 is going to be filmed. I think we're going to get the Green Lantern Corps is coming. And there's been talks of Henry Cavill putting on the blue suit one more time, because we didn't know if Superman was going to be back in the movies at all. But apparently, and it's not concrete, but Henry Cavill is in talks to reprise his role, but not even in his own film. He'll be turning up as a cameo or a secondary character, much like the Hulk in the Avengers in other characters' movies. Which kind of me is a little bit of a bitter pill to swallow, because I'm a big Superman fan and I want him to get his own movie, like Man of Steel 2. I really would love that. I want Henry to have a great movie. But if he's going to be just popping in as a cameo in other films, man, I'll take what I can get. But I think it's a massive disservice to Henry and to Superman as a character. But Justice League, the Snyder Cut, is coming, is happening. It's a thing. After such a long period of doubt and nobody knowing what was happening, it's a thing. We're getting it. So that's good. Next year, a lot of people are going to be signing up to HBO Max just to check this out. I'm going to log into Foxtel and have a look. So, yeah, let's cross those fingers and hope we get something good. Anyway, guys, we're going to leave it at that. As usual, discuss below in the comments. Catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.